Hello, and welcome to this video on an introduction to machine learning. So let's get started. So what exactly is machine learning? So it's a sector in artificial intelligence which deals with and allows software applications to predict and estimate things without human interaction. So machine learning's been a buzzword for like the past couple years. And the reason for this is because of the high amount of data production that applications have begun to use. And it's also the increase of computation power in the last few years and the usage of better algorithms by companies like Google, Facebook, Netflix. And it's used anywhere, really. It's used from automating tasks to offering insight. And every industry tries to benefit from it. Um, like a Fitbit, for example, uses machine learning, or like an assistant like Google Home. But there are much more examples. So machine learning is basically teaching a machine how to perform automated human tasks without actual humans. And there's different models for this. There's binary classification, which compares just two classes, A and B. There's multi-class classification, which compares more than two classes, A and B. And there's regression classification, which investigates classes A and B, but independently instead of directly. And you'll see more of what I mean in a minute. These are just some images showing machine learning. And this appears to be an algorithm that's separating well-known businesses, well-known companies from less well-known companies. So let's go into different machine learning models. So there are many different categories within machine learning, and some of the models I'm going to talk about now. There's unsupervised learning, there's supervised learning, and there's also reinforcement learning. So unsupervised learning is when a computer takes a piece or a cluster of data and it's able to modify that data or find patterns within it. So what are some examples? It's like marketing campaigns, or say you have a YouTube channel like this one. If you have data about who subscribed, you can use an unsupervised learning algorithm to detect groups of similar subscribers. What about supervised learning? It's when a computer is trained to find patterns before identifying or modifying data. And some examples are like face detection, like you would use on your iPhone, or spam detection, like when your email sorts out emails that things are harmful or irrelevant. Then we have reinforcement learning. That's when a computer is rewarded for completing desired behaviors and tasks, and it's punished for incorrect ones. And that's mostly used for data processing and automating robots. This image here is particularly helpful when differentiating between supervised and unsupervised learning, because supervised learning, it's trying to find patterns first. So it separates the two data sets and recognizes those patterns first, while unsupervised learning groups those together first. And it takes those pieces of data and those clusters and it modifies them to find patterns. And reinforcement learning, there's an image here for that. So what are some real life examples of machine learning? Well, some examples include traffic alerts, social media, transportation and commuting, product recommendation, virtual assistants, automated cars, Google Translate, and dynamic pricing. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can go back here and you can look at the three different types of models and try to apply them to each of these categories and see where they fit in. So how should you begin machine learning, first of all? So there are some common misconceptions with machine learning. So most of you think it's probably long scripts of code in languages like Python, C++, Java. But really, it's first understanding how it really works, understanding the algorithms used, understanding why they're used, where they're used, how they're used. And they're still in beta testing. They aren't fully developed yet. So machine learning is going to keep growing. So it's not like you're missing out on anything. It's just beginning now, and you can definitely learn it. And basic machine learning is simply understanding these algorithms and before learning the actual coding that happens behind the process. So in college, you'll learn like things like linear algebra and calculus. You're going to need those before implementing machine learning algorithms like into actual softwares. And companies like Google and Tesla do that. So where should you learn it? So also YouTube is a great way to look for the three models shown here before: unsupervised, supervised, and reinforcement. And you can just find basic videos that really highlight where they're used, how they're used, before moving on to more advanced topics. And there's also online courses. There's Coursera and EDX that are put out by universities to also help you with machine learning. And also Steamy, because we're going to be posting a lot more videos on machine learning. So you can stay tuned to learn more. And yeah, thank you.